Anyway, back to normal program scheduling. So you see, Pusha T is now the new president of Good Music, and basically he looks at this as a good thing. And I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess because Ye's so busy, and I don't think it's nobody else that really can, I guess, take over the role. But I kind of, in a way, would have wished he would have brought somebody else in. Not hating on Pusha T, but it's like, we seen this shit with the Def Jam shit with Jay-Z. He's an artist, but yet you let him be the president of Def Jam. I'm not understanding that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's more in tune to the streets and more in tune to the artists and the business, but it's no fucking way that he's more business savvy than Kanye or anybody that was basically on his team when he was coming in the game. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what to say about that. Hopefully we get King Push. He hinted at a whole, we may get a Cruel Summer, another compilation. I'm hoping it's not entitled Cruel Summer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. 2? You know what I mean? Or Cruel Winter, whatever the fuck that shit was called. I think it was called Cruel Summer, but we still ain't got Cruel Winter. But I mean, this is a step up for him, a pay grade up for him, you know what I mean? So, and Ye called him personally and told him this, and that's pretty dope that he believes in Pusha T. But I feel like that's a lot of pressure now, because now that it's in the press and the world knows, okay, anything that comes out of Good Music at this point, you're the president, you make certain moves. The same thing with Jay-Z in this situation, to where, you know, certain artists felt like they didn't get a push and certain artists did. I mean, even Joe Budden has said, you ain't getting, you know, push if you ain't, you know, Rick Ross or Jeezy, or, you know what I mean? So if that's the case with PDPD, that verse, you know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that, okay, he don't put all attention on him. You have great artists that's on the label as well. You know what I mean? Put some more attention towards Tiana Taylor. You got you, Big Sean's on the label. I think Kinda Sci-Hi is still on the label. I don't know. But basically, you know, it's all good, man. You got to just take it in stride and take it for day one. I definitely feel like they should work out all the kinks now towards the end of 2015. And soon as 2016 start, boom, get shit ready. Like, you know what I mean? It's 12 months in a year. At least the label needs to be dropping at least 4 projects. You know what I mean? You got to teach people to get back on that mixtape grind and get their buzz back up before the record comes out. When you actually got a record, you got to push that record, not just, okay, it didn't do anything, on to the next record. Turn it back over, you know what I mean? And let people know that this record label is one to be reckoned with, because they kind of did have it for a minute, but then all the drama ensued in the label, and then it kind of stopped. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that this is a good move. I'm hoping that Kanye just not over there just on one, not even paying attention to shit, and making preposterous moves. But I'm all for it. I'm rooting for Pusha T. You know what I mean? I definitely want to hear that album. He made a statement by saying his album will be something we haven't heard in 18 years. That's damn near 2 decades. So I'm wondering, when artists make these statements, that album better be as fire as you say it was. Granted, the debut, it was. Like, that album was crazy. Like, I was like, a couple joints was like, but at the end of the day, it's like, I understand you got to mix what you have and what you came from with what's going on now. But I also think if you unique in your own way, if you just simply do you, it'll work as well. I think J.O.O.D proved it, and I think Kendrick proved it. So you can still do what you do. If the label is behind you and back you the whole time, you ain't looking for the radio play and none of that shit, you can put out the body of work you want to put it out, and the fans will flock to it. I think that's always been something with Pusha T, where fans cater to him because of a certain sound, and over time it's like, yeah, he can spit and he can rap, but at the same time that coke rap shit kind of fades away in this day and age. You got to be a little bit more creative with it, I feel like. You know what I mean? Jay-Z talked about drugs and shit, but the way he rapped about it, you couldn't really tell that's what the fuck he was talking about. You know what I mean? You got to really know his music and know his lingo to understand that. That's because business purposes as far as the corporate shit. Because at this point, I look at it, okay, he's the president of a company, so that's considered lightweight. They're not going to look at you as Pusha T, the artist, anymore. They're going to look at you as so-and-so is the president of Good Music, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So you got to watch what you say on social media and certain things of that nature. But hopefully Good Music can get back in the forefront of this hip-hop shit, because definitely it was a good label, and a label that stood for something. And that's why it's called Good Music. What do y'all think? 1.